Have you ever had this feeling that life is just passing you by? Like you're busy, you're doing things, but something still feels off, like you're not really living it? I had that feeling recently, and what I discovered surprised me. I wasn't lacking motivation. I was consuming too much and not creating enough. For a while, my life looked like work, responsibilities, and anytime I had a free moment, I'd reach for my phone, scrolling, watching, observing, not really engaging with people I care about, not really creating anything of my own. And one day, I had this unshakable feeling, like I was slowly disconnecting from my own life. Not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, steady way that honestly felt a little scary. Psychology actually explains this really well. There's something called passive consumption, which is when you're constantly taking in content without actively engaging or creating. Your brain gets overstimulated, but underfulfilled. Then there's this dopamine feedback, which I'm sure you've heard many times, but every scroll, every new piece of content gives you a small hit of reward. Over time, your brain gets trained to seek more consumption because it's easier than creating. But here's the problem. Consumption fills your time and creation gives your time meaning. So if you are always consuming, you crowd out your own thoughts, ideas, and creativity, and then after a while, you feel like you're not actually living your own life. The biggest red flag for me was that I stopped having my own ideas. No new thoughts, no inspiration, no downloads or moments of clarity. It felt like I was disconnected from my own mind and honestly from my spirit too, which is definitely a problem for me. Because the thing is, when our attention is constantly filled with other people's lives, there's no space left to experience our own life. So I made a small shift. I added screen time limits, not to punish myself, but to create awareness. And I made a simple rule. I want to create more than I consume. Not necessarily creating content, but doing things like writing instead of scrolling, calling someone instead of watching content, going outside without my phone, maybe taking a long walk with my husband, sitting with my own thoughts, even if it felt uncomfortable. And almost immediately, like no joke, I felt a difference. I had more energy, I had more presence, and more connection to real life. Slowly, my own ideas started coming back to me as well. I started getting downloads again and everything started to feel normal. So here's what I've come to believe. We are not here to just consume life. We are here to participate in it. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't have to have some perfectly defined purpose that gives you your life meaning and makes you feel energized. But you do need space. You need space to think, to create, to connect with people, and to just be present. And sometimes the thing standing between you and the version of life you want to live is just how much you're consuming. So here's a simple question I have for you. Ask yourself, am I spending more time living my life or watching other people live theirs? And what would it look like to shift just 1 hour a day from consuming to creating? Now, you don't have to change everything overnight. Just start small, because the moment you start participating in your own life again, that's when you start to feel alive. Now, if this resonated, like this video, subscribe, and share with someone who might need this reminder. That's all I have for y'all this week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.